Welcome back to London Beautiful Life. My name is Phoenix Rose, and here we are in Leicester Square at the incredible special screening of 13 Lives. Come with us and see who we got to talk to. I mean, this story is absolutely incredible. I mean, how was filming? I mean, this is just, you know, we all lived through it, watching it on the TV, on the news, and then you got to relive it in making the film. How was that experience?
Okay, it's all very exciting. Living it, reliving it, filming it, working with such a talent as Ron Howard. We went through, it's almost like we went through a kind of a turmoil, not knowing the kids will make it or not. And when we did find out they were alive, you wonder, now what? And after they came out, it's like once upon a time, and they lived happily ever after. And it's just a beautiful story. It is.
And it must have been quite emotional to film. I mean, where did you have to go in yourselves to find that ability to put that across on camera?
Can I speak in Thai? พลอยนะคะรับบทเป็นแม่ก็มันเป็นเรื่องที่ต้องทำทุกอย่างเพื่อจะได้แบบเข้าไปในแบบความเป็นแม่นั้นให้ได้อะไรอย่างเงี้ยแล้วมันก็เป็นแบบ express อารมณ์ของความเป็นแม่ที่รักลูกแล้วก็หวังว่าลูกจะกลับออกมาอย่างปลอดภัย
As an actress, I have to do it, try it, put a lot of effort, you know, use my imagination to be a mother. As an actor, yes, I can do it. I have to do my best.
Everything that I can do, yeah, to get into this role.
Of course, I can imagine. I mean, what would you think was your, I don't want to say your favorite moment of filming, but your biggest growth moment during filming? Because obviously this is a very complex story. So where?
I think the scene that they found the boys, yeah, because it's very incredible. Because in that time nobody thought like everyone's still alive, but they found, yeah.
I mean, it must be quite a surreal experience having someone be you on the big screen. I mean, do you feel like he did you justice?
Well, I haven't actually. I've seen the film once. It was a long time ago, and I was supposed to be critical, so I haven't sat back and enjoyed it. But yes, I mean, I was there when they made it. I was looking at the monitors, and I was there to pick up things. So yeah, yes, he absolutely he has. You know, we spent ages and ages talking, and it wasn't just my way of talking, but he was picking up my mannerisms and many things just from sitting there doing these Zoom calls.
I mean, obviously the shots are caves. They're very intense, very close-up shots. How did you create that? Was it that you built caves, or yeah?
Yeah, Molly Hughes, our production designer, built caves, and we got schematics of the actual cave, and then went through it with the divers and said, you know, where were the most dangerous, eventful places? Where was it at its most challenging? That's certainly what we want to dramatize as we collapse this story down into what I hope is a really intense, engaging experience for audiences.
The divers, speaking to them, they're very like, this is what we trained for, this is our job, and very cool and calm about it. But obviously you had to get some swimming experience through this. I mean, how was that for you?
It was amazing. I mean, I knew it was going to be hard going in. We got warned about it when I was talking to Ron. He said this is going to be a hard shoot. We want to recreate as much of this as possible. Nothing can really prepare you for it. And once we got in the pools, we had two and a half weeks of training, and then they sort of built us up as we went along. But it really made me admire what just those divers did individually, let alone any of the other amazing people who were involved in this rescue. And I was just texting Chris going, I can't believe you do this for fun, man. I'm losing my mind here. But like he said, you know, that's their hobby. They love it, and they found it very, very hard, and they loved it. So for people who are scared of small spaces, it was pretty tough.
Absolutely. And I mean, I spoke to Ron about some of the shots that were sort of to really create that sense of claustrophobia and stuff. How did you mentally prepare yourself for a role like this? Because, you know, when it's real life, and I understand with acting, I'm actually an actor myself, is getting into the role, you know, finding that place in yourself. I mean, how did you prepare for that?
Meditation, man. You know what? Strange serendipity of the world, because we had to quarantine in Australia. We flew into Australia and had to do 2 weeks quarantine in a tiny, tiny hotel room. That was in a way dipping a toe into that sort of claustrophobia, which I struggle with a lot. And I meditated through it a lot. But I think what kind of kept me going was really just trying to tell this story. It was so amazing. And any of the documentaries or footage or just conversations I had with Chris or Rick, who was on set with us, and Jason, any anytime I felt like, oh my God, I can't do this, I just look at what they did, man, and being reminded these were real people. This really happened, and not that long ago. It was truly sort of humbling, and so it really made you sort of swallow your fear and kind of just do it. But it really was an amazing thing. Every single day when we got to the end of it, all of us guys playing the divers, we really sort of were like with each other and saying, well done, man. And the end of it was it really bonded us a lot, you know.
I mean, this story, I watched it when it came on the news. I then watched the documentary, and then obviously now the film, and it really got me in a place that I didn't really know existed. I mean, the fear, the panic, the actual, unbelievable, some of the parts. How do you mentally prepare yourself for a role like this?
Well, listen, I remember how I felt when this happened. And I remember thinking it's a real sign that as human beings, wherever we come from, whatever country we grew up in, whatever our background is, our religion, our culture, at the end of the day, it's a reminder that we all have a human empathetic spirit. And I think that's a really valid reason to be telling this story right now. I just think that it got me in a place as well. The fact that it was positive, the outcome is incredible. And it's to me, threading the eye of the needle is a good phrase. A high wire act. Everything about this rescue was so extraordinary. I'm so happy that I got to be a part of it. It was an education to me and a real challenge, and I'm really excited for the world to be able to sort of get to see a narrative version of what this story is.